Right, so you've spent your life drinking mead with gorgeous women, slaying the most fearsome dragons, wearing the most expensive armors, living in the most expensive houses, traveling between realms, and fusro-dying goats off the top of mountains. It's been a pretty good life, I'd say. Really good one, actually. Always packed with something exciting to do, non-stop. Pretty fun. Sure beats being a guard, just sort of waiting around all day, taking requests from people you don't really like very much, taking keys to the barrow to, unlock them. Oh! And taking arrows to the Fletcher, because he asked for them back. But really, it's been very fun. I think we can now hang up our cloaks and just let sort of old age take us away, take us to a place that is quiet and relaxing, soft and relaxing. I'm ready. But, there's something small nagging at the back of my head. Am I alone here? Do you feel that? Oh, wait a minute. No, we can't just chill out for the rest of eternity. Someone has to claim our soul. Oh, I was having so much fun, I completely forgot. But remember, if we join the Dark Brotherhood, then Sithis gets our soul. But what if we also did the Companions and Hircine gets our soul? Or no, actually, Nocturnal when we became Nightingales, or Molag Bal if you're a vampire. Who gets it? Well, today we're going to be going over a couple theories to hopefully shed some light on this. So, starting off with probably the most exciting concept, there's a massive war between all of the gods over who gets to claim your soul. Can you imagine? Hircine sending out all of his werewolves, snarling, rushing forward, tearing into other realms, and it probably would spread beyond the daedric realms to Tamriel because of their followers. They realize their god is busy in some kind of otherworldly feud, and they want to help out where they happen to be. So you'd have these werewolves running down entire towns, killing any believers of a different kind of prince. Then you've got Nocturnal, disturbing the shadows that surround all of us, sending out hands to strangle people in the dark, holding down the paws above them as the wolves run around. But then you've got Sithis, and this is more than just pickpockets. These are killers, assassins, and they enjoy doing it too, stomping over these shadows, cutting into the hearts of beasts. This massive war wouldn't just involve the daedric princes, no, all of their followers would be hacking at each other, and this compromises all the innocent lives that surround them. Millions of people would die. Maybe Skyrim getting a Dragonborn wasn't such a good thing after all. However, Shore probably doesn't think that way. No, what if you do go on to, live a valiant, heroic life, and you're given access to Sovngarde? Would that just trump everything else? Or at least give you the choice to then decide where you go? I mean, just by being Dragonborn, you get to just sort of claim it as your right to go there, and I'm guessing the daedric princes don't usually deal with the fates of Dovahkiin, so when they say your soul is bound to each of their afterlives, they don't even realize that they're just wrong. Sovngarde is possibly too strong to resist. In addition to this, the power of some of the other princes really seems to be waning now that I think about it. I mean, what if your character was to, say, perform the purity ritual from being a werewolf before you die? Or even someone else does it to your body under your own orders? Well, no more hunting grounds for you. Or even for Molag Bal and being a vampire, or at least while you're still alive, you do the ritual. Plus, with Nocturnal, people watching over the sepulchre is a temporary thing. She only keeps them there until she feels that their job has been fulfilled, and then she sends them on their way. So right now that just leaves Sithis, and that really is convincing because there are interpretations leading to the idea that Sithis actually created all of the Daedra and thus the subsequent princes, as well as the Aedra and the subsequent divines. So that would make him the most powerful one of this group, right? Surely he is the one who claims your soul, Sithis. Well, there's a slight problem with that, and that is Akatosh, the dragon god of time and the chief deity of the 9 divines. All dragons are his children, and it is widely recognized that he is the creator of all things. So it seems likely that even if there was, say, this huge war among all the gods, Akatosh would simply have a bigger pull than anyone else and decide himself what to do with you. And seeing how dragons are essentially bits of his own soul, it is possible you would just fuse back into Akatosh himself. None of these daedric realms ever mattered because you were just going to be returned from whence you came. Yay for breaking promises. Now, beyond this, it really is up to you to decide on the exact details. Maybe Akatosh would then facilitate your journey to Sovngarde and just let you stay there. That way you can continue drinking mead with gorgeous women and probably still fusro-dying goats off the top of mountains. Why not? Because it's just not really that fun thinking that you would just go back to being a part of Akatosh, right? I mean, as if you weren't your own person making your own decisions with your own life. Thing is, it gets a little tricky because how you died plays an important role as well. Let's say a dragon kills you. Well, as you know, it's going to absorb your soul, and given their connection to Akatosh, I don't think there's any daedric princes that can get in the way of that. What you might be seeing while you're in there beats me. Hopefully not Alduin, or that would just be an eternity of awkward shouting. But instead, let's say you die in, well, any other way. Then you're not really gone, are you? You're essentially immortal. Your soul is just floating around the nether until it can get resurrected again, and referring back to what's already been said in this video, then it really is just up to you to decide where your soul is being held in the meantime. Personally, what I like the most is this. None of the daedric princes ever had control over me, not even Sithis. All of them were making false claims without even realizing it. Instead, my soul was delivered to Akatosh, who then turned it back around and gave me the choice to decide where I wanted to spend my afterlife until the day I was resurrected. Well, if I was ever resurrected. In my case, being the Nord warrior that I am, chose Sovngarde to live happily ever after. Until someone messes around with my bones and makes me come back. So, there you have it. Who claims the Dragonborn's soul? Well, Akatosh probably gets first dibs. And then for the sake of this specific theory, I'm going to say that he then gives you the ability to go where you please. Sovngarde certainly makes sense to me. One of the daedric afterlives? Well, that's up to you. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And down below, please tell me, when you, the Dragonborn, dies, where do you think you go? Alright, thank you very much for watching, and actually, just for the sake of continuity, we shouldn't rule out the idea that maybe when you die, everyone gets a bit of your soul. Yeah, so you literally get ripped to pieces. I don't know, I mean, it's just a thought.